When vegans come to my restaurant, I usually will try to peer pressure them into eating a burger. If I am unsuccessful, I usually just call the police and report them for trespassing. I refuse to prepare a vegan meal. Yesterday, I was at aquarium with my 3-year-old son, and we were looking at rare fish species. My son gave one of the fish a cookie, because he said they were hungry. The fish at the cookie hole. The manager of the aquarium saw this and shouted at my son. One of the fish saw this and spit water in the manager's mouth, and everyone at the aquarium started clapping and the manager quit his job. Turns out all the fish were underfed and the aquarium gave the fish to my son. Owned by a 3-year-old. Definitely the truth. They don't study the ins and outs of vaccines. Heck, I educated our pediatrician and at first, she said she don't think I have the right sources. But guess what? The next time she agreed with me and said I was on her mind heavy. Well, needless to say, after the baby was born and we had our 6-week checkup, she was asking us questions for another mom. It's amazing. That's why I have this much research to show my facts if I need it. Sounds about right. Today in class, Siri went off and I just ignored it, and my teacher said, the age of the star determines how the star will die. Then Siri said, that is false, the mass determines the death of a star. I work at Home Depot. Guy, there is a man selling tamales out of the trunk of his car in the parking lot, and disturbing customers. Me, thank you for that information. Me to tamale guy, are you the guy selling tamales? Tamale guy, yes. Me, I'll take 3. It's weird because I just ate the Carolina Reaper about 45 minutes ago, and it just now stopped, but I can still feel it. I ate every single one, and they are not hot to me. Conversation between my 11-year-old son and a friend at school. Friend, I have to leave early today. I'm going to the doctor to get shots. Son, vaccinations? Friend, yeah, those shots you have to be in school. Son, you do not have to have those. Do you know how dangerous they are? Lists of dangers and ingredients. Friend, turns pale. Do my parents and doctor know this? Son, I'm sure your doctor does, but he gets paid to lie to your parents. I love him. I asked my mom to buy me Devil May Cry 5 and 25 coffees so I could stay awake and play the game all night. I think she got confused, because I ended up with 25 copies. My son was spending too much time playing computer games, so I said, son, when Abe Lincoln was your age, he was studying books by the light of the fireplace. He considered this for a moment and replied, when Abe Lincoln was your age, he was the President of the United States. I showed my students that I can say my ABCs backwards, and a student shouted, she's a witch, and then I unzipped my jacket and revealed my Hocus Locus shirt, and they all screamed and the universe has never aligned like this for me. I was in Hot Topic and this girl bored at my boyfriend. I bit my lip ring so she knew what was up. She bit her snake bites and rubbed up against her friend for comfort. I got closer and bit my lip ring again. She hissed and retreated to the panty aisle. My boyfriend bit his hoodie sleeve and said meow. It appears I've won this battle. Anytime I go on a Tinder date, the girl tells me I'm making Tinder look good. Tinder should start paying me. I was standing in line for food, and this lady waved me over and told me that I was beautiful, and then she asked me what my name was, because she's having a baby soon, and then said that she was going to name her baby Madison, because of how beautiful I was. Yes, I cried. I accidentally told my friend the sweetest pickup line ever. I started talking about solipsism, the belief that everything around you was created by your mind, and I went, if everything around me is all my imagination, then you're the best thing I've come up with. She was speechless for a solid 5 minutes. I crashed into a Jimmy John's delivery car and smashed his tire rims and dented the side of his car, and homeboy gets out and goes, "It's okay, I'm not going to call anyone." And for the record, you're the cutest guy I've ever crashed into and drives off. My life is a giant reality TV show. One time, I had a dream that I was making peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and most of them were the regular measurements in cups and stuff. But at the end of the recipe, instead of saying 2.5 cups of chocolate chips, it said 627 chocolate chips. So when I woke up, I made some M&M's butter chocolate chip cookies, and instead of measuring out chocolate chips, I counted them, and suffered a lot of odd looks from my family for it. Well, it turned out that 627 chocolate chips is the amount that the recipe called for, 2.5 cups. Not only that, but 627 was the exact amount of chocolate chips that we had left in the house. My ex-wife vaccinated without my knowledge. I sucked it out of the injection site that night. He seems to be fine, not autistic, and is maybe 5 years old. I didn't know that could be done. Does it all end up in your mouth then? I guess the mouth is still better than the bloodstream. Pal, I don't really know. I paid for my coffee the other day at the drive-thru with cash. The cashier looked confused. They didn't know what to do with it. This reminds me of the time I told my mum that I got into medical school, and instead of being excited and happy for me, she punched me square in the middle of the face and broke my nose. She then told me that since I'm gonna become a doctor that I should learn how to treat a broken nose. OMG, there was blood everywhere. I didn't even know what to do. It looked like a crime scene. Even I sang my girlfriend this song with my guitar, just because I watched this video. Even I said to myself, OMG, what do my hands doing? Why can I play this song with a guitar even though I never played guitar before? I got a girl pregnant in high school, so I told my parents I was getting bullied and we moved, lol. I never post here, but I wanted to give my husband his due credit. He took our son to his new endocrinologist a few days ago. He was just diagnosed type 1 diabetic. While there, the nurse practitioner asked what vaccines our son has had. Was he up to date? He told her we don't vaccinate. She stopped for a minute, then proceeded to tell my husband that she just had a baby, and the baby's latest shots were done a few days ago, and the baby became as sick as a dog. My husband proceeded to tell her that the vaccines are poison. The ingredients. The body is fully capable of fighting off any diseases one might get. Vaccine caught. Watch the movie Vaxxed. And on. She sat and listened with mouth open and eyes wide. She left the room saying that she wasn't going to be injecting her baby with poison anymore and that she would look up the movie. So the moral of the story is, keep talking, keep sharing. And I'm so proud of my husband for his sharing and standing up for the cause. And he really is paying attention to me when I spout off about vaccine truth lol. I was in a Starbucks and an angry customer was complaining that his latte was ruined because the barista or whatever put too much soy in it. I screamed, like your carbon footprint is ruining this planet. Everyone stood up and gave me high fives and applause. OMG. Today when I woke up, I was so confused that I couldn't remember my first language, and I panicked and literally screamed, but I don't even know to speak French. In English, I'm German. This girl at Starbucks just yelled, "Does anyone have a charger for a Dell laptop?" And someone yelled back, "I do, not speak broke, LMAO." In line at McDonald's, little kid behind me screaming he wants an apple pie at his mother. I get to counter. Me, hi, I'll have a number 3, large, and excuse me, how many apple pie do you have back there? McDonald's worker, 12. Me, I'll take them all. I love that I go into Steak and Shake so much that I'm a regular. And I tip well because I'm also a server, and I'm friend with everyone that works in there now because they've all served me at some point. Every time I go in they're like, who's going to get her? Which of us is serving her? And when they find out, my server is like, oh, yes, what's up Nicole? And the other server's salt. Haha, everyone loves me, I'm just that great.